so I am here today, so excited to interview Dr. Naiya Mukati. Did I pronounce it okay?
Yeah,
Such a pleasure to have you here visiting with me for a little while, recording this podcast interview for Beautify Inside Out. And I met Dr. Naya, or is it Dr. Mukati?
yeah, you
Dr.
can call me
Naya?
Dr. Naeem, no problem. Yeah,
Okay, Dr. Naya. Okay, I met Dr. Naya in an interview about a whole other part of my business. And when I learned about her background in homeopathy, I was not only enchanted and inspired, but I wanted to share her with everyone that knows me and has any interest in beautifying from the inside out because homeopathy um, is a wonderful, subtle body healing agent. And I don't know, I just want to maybe you can introduce yourself, Dr. Naya.
yeah.
Tell me a little bit
Thank you.
about what your practice is like and how you have come here.
Okay, thank you so much, Angela. So I'm also very excited to be with you
Yay!
and to work with you. So yes, I'm basically a homeopathic physician, or you can call as a doctor. So I'm practicing this integrative way of treatment. No, it's more like in holistic treatment since almost 11 years. So I'm basically from India and I moved to USA just 6 months back. So
Mhm.
I'm still, I'm trying to understand how many people are here who are believing in holistic treatment, who are interested in taking treatment in holistic manner. So that's how I came in contact with you.
Yes,
So
I
let me
know.
tell you
So,
in brief about like what homeopathy is because many people don't know about it.
yes.
So it's a field, it's a science which deals with the treatment where we are actually taking care of a person as a whole. So we in simple language, in layman language, so that everybody can understand, it just means we are not focusing on particular part or particular organ which is diseased. We believe that when person get illness or any disease is there, it's something prior to that is going on, some disturbance, some kind of mechanism which is getting disturbed prior to that, which is giving you a disease, that is this state, no, what we call as an
Yeah,
disease means
yeah.
away from the ease. So it's
Okay.
called as an, in homeopathy, we always use the word like vital force. So it is nothing but a governing force which actually keep your body, mind in one synchronized way. So whenever it gets disturbed, it shows you some form of symptoms so that you can bring attention on yourself. So it's very simple. Like if you don't have pain, you will never able to judge that I'm having some problem here. Only pain
Okay.
is like a symptom, no? It's giving you a warning sign that something is going wrong inside. So let's focus on me. So that's what homeopathy believe, that the body, the disease which is there in front of you, it's just in symptoms and no language of internal disturbance so that you can judge it and you can heal it. And the homeopathic medicines do the same. When we give a treatment, we help to channelize those disturbed force, and that force itself will heal you and not the medicine. So this is how the
Okay.
homeopathy works.
Okay. Oh, that's a really great explanation. I have experienced a little bit of homeopathy in my life, just my own self-direction. So I have gone to I haven't worked with a doctor like you, Dr. Naya, not yet. It's coming, I think. I think it's coming. But I have found these little like pills in the health food store that are in these little vials and little tinctures and things like that. But after talking with you initially when we met, I understand homeopathy is it's much wider than that kind of treatment, right?
Yes, yes. So that pills
Yeah,
which you are getting, right? The
yeah,
small white
yeah.
pills, it
The
looks
little,
very
yeah,
small
it's
within
tiny,
this.
and you take a few, and yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
so it's
that
more than
pills,
that.
yeah. So that pills is more like a vehicle to ingest that medicines. The medicine is actually the liquid which we pour into the that globules. We term it as in globules, that small white tiny color, what you are
Okay.
talking, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
we can't give directly if we want to divide the dose. No, it's very difficult. Like if I'm saying that 2 drops,
Yeah.
and again I have to divide the 2 drops into different doses. So
Yeah.
that pills will absorb this liquid, and now I can give you like 3 times in a day, 1 time in a day, and I'm
Yeah.
dividing those doses.
Okay. Okay. So using the essences of plants is one way to treat people,
Yes,
right? But are
exactly.
there other ways that you treat people with homeopathy? Is there anything like ways that you assess them and that's unique to the discipline of homeopathy?
Yeah, see, basically, as I said, right, I'm dealing with an holistic way of treatment. So
Right.
I've also done my naturopathy. I've also done my yoga therapy. So I'm an
Yeah.
advanced yoga practitioner. So what I do is when any patient is coming for a treatment, I always first try to find out that really medicine is required in this case or not. Because we know,
Right.
right, in many conditions, you don't even require a medicine. It's just that you can just change a little bit of diet, you can do some yoga,
Hmm.
some breathing technique, and you can help your body to come back to its original state. So I always focus on that. I try to incorporate some natural way of treatment. I have a list of natural medicines which will help. And sometimes kitchen is the best medicine. I would say best
Yes.
pharmacy. So you can heal
Uh-huh.
yourself sitting back at your home. So I always advise those things.
True.
Sometimes it looks odd also to some patients that you are a doctor and you're not giving me medicines. But yeah, I believe that I'm more like a holistic practitioner. And if it is not helping, then I will try to incorporate the medicines to them.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I really love what you're saying, and I'm wondering a little bit about just how, when, just a little bit more about your background. Like, when did you think, wow, I think this is the path for me? Like, you're a yoga practitioner, you're a naturopath. How did you decide to go down the homeopathy
Yeah. So it's
avenue?
more like an I was very fascinated, for treating and healing. I would rather term it as in healing. I was
Uh-huh.
born and brought up in a family where my grandma and my mother always used to treat me through natural way. I was never kept on any medicines unless like if it's very severe illness. That too also that I didn't have much. So I
Uh-huh.
was very fascinated. And my grandmother, she was a daughter of an Ayurvedic practitioner. So she used to tell me the different stories of treatment and healing in her days. And I was really, really fascinated when I go for a
Okay.
vacation. And
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that, I always wanted to be a healer. So when I got an admission in the homeopathy, I always try to find out some other ways because homeopathy is something we are using medicine. I was very, very much interested to know something about the herbs and something which is present in nature and how we can heal. So I started studying homeopathy and naturopathy together. And when I started practicing, I found that it was really creating a miracle in many, many patients' lives. I started
Okay.
implementing those with my first family and friends, and I see
Yeah.
that, yeah, it is improving. So I was getting more and more involved into this. And this was something I would rather say that it is like my parents and my grandparents who have that kind of atmosphere which has helped me to get into this holistic treatment.
I love it. I love it. That's so beautiful. That resonates with me because my grandparents also, they were not schooled in any sort of
Mm,
herbology, but they knew through stories and oral history about how the local herbs in our area when I grew up in Tennessee could heal. And I was so enlivened by it and thought it was just magical. Like
yeah.
you, something, I'm just wondering, you seem so passionate about this. And is, was there ever a time when you thought you wouldn't do this? Or did you just always know this is my path? This is what I am. This is what I do.
To be very frank, I was very
Yeah.
much clear in my mind. I had this thought that I never thought that I want to be a doctor first. I just want to be a healer. So there is
Yeah,
difference between being a doctor and being a healer, right? So when it comes to doctor, we always think about many other things. But I always want to, I love
true.
doing that. I used to visit many places where the healing things were uh, going on in normal, many NGOs and all such places. Even I went to some periphery villages also where I have seen
Yeah.
oh, they are eating the food in nature. They are eating and cooking the food in nature, and they are so healthy. You know, they're even
Yes.
the ladies in the periphery area, their skin is so beautiful. They don't look
Yes.
even age. No, we can't see that. Even they are like 50, 60, they look very
Yeah.
young. So this is something always
Yes.
fascinated me.
No. Oh, me too. That's that's totally
Yeah.
what I'm interested in. I feel like there's this when you're when your biome, your body, like you said, we're our own um, we're our own being that has to be healed. Like you look at the holistic biome. And when we are supported by nature, I feel like you do see that
Yes,
kind of outcome where people they don't age as quickly or the
that's
aging
true.
is complementary. It's just so lovely. You don't see that sort of, you know, modern life can really take a toll on people's appearance. And
Yes.
something that intrigued me about your background is, well, first of all, you are beautiful, number one. You are
Thank you.
obviously,
You
you're welcome.
too.
You're obviously living what you're doing. And I'm just wondering, are there any rituals that you do every day or, seasonally that help you maintain your appearance? Or do you even think about that? Are you just living wildly? How's it going for you?
Yeah, see, for rituals, I'll definitely say that too. Also, I have learned since childhood. No, my parents never use soaps. They used to give me something like we used to make something from the turmeric and the milk and cream, and we have to mix and we have to apply
Uh-huh.
on our face like every two, three
Okay.
days. So this is something very natural things. My mom used to prepare
Yes.
those kind of things as soon as I wake up in the morning, Mama will keep it ready in one bowl so that I can take a bath using
So
this. So that
sweet.
is something, no, very good. We don't use much of chemicals. Same way for my hair. She used to give
Yeah.
me decoction and all, made up from a soap nut and many herbs, aloe vera,
Mhm.
and there are
Mhm.
different seeds which are available there. So this is something I have
Yeah.
learned from them, and I'm still doing that.
Okay.
Definitely nowadays I'm not getting that good amount of things, obviously,
Yeah.
but still I try. And one thing I definitely love to share that no two, three things which I definitely follow. One thing is every day before going to bed. So I always take either almond oil or coconut oil and I'll put it
Hmm.
at my navel and I massage it. This is something I have learned in naturopathy that it has a
Yes.
connection. It's beautify you from within, and for female especially
Yes.
it's very good. It also boosts your hormones, and though there is no scientific study yet, too much of study,
Right.
but yeah, you can see that change. Same way
Amazing. Oh, I
turmeric
love
milk,
that. Hmm.
turmeric milk and soaked nuts. This is a ritual which I do at night, soaking the
Hmm.
nuts, then applying that oil and taking turmeric milk. That is bedtime routine.
It's so beautiful. So drinking it,
Yeah,
drinking
turmeric milk I
gold
am
milk.
drinking. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anti-inflammatory and nurturing in so many ways. That's beautiful. Do you use cow's milk or do you have an alternative milk? Do you drink
I like
dairy?
cow's milk. I'm using cow's
Yeah,
milk
me too.
since childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love it. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I love this very tangible because I also have like a little apothecary in my kitchen. It's just my little skincare area. And I'm
Yeah.
also like blending different oils just depending upon how the weather is changing. I'll add a little almond oil to it. Like I just did more
Correct.
almond oil because it's so cold right now here in San Francisco. And you're located in New York?
New
Are you
Jersey.
in New York right now? New Jersey. Okay, gotcha. But New York area. Okay, great. So it's cold there. Really
Yeah,
cold.
definitely.
Have you ever lived in this kind of cold weather? Because I know you moved here recently, right?
Yeah, I just moved 6 months back.
Yeah. So love that you're here. Um, Tell me a little bit about you have projects, right? That you about a hair product. You mentioned your hair. Your hair is beautiful. Look how shiny. It's
Yeah, thank you.
gorgeous. Is
Yes,
so are you using like what tell us about your this product that you have in the making
definitely.
for the hair. Love it. Love to hear
Yes,
more
yes.
about
So
that.
this hair, no, I was doing this work since almost like 6, 7 years. I was working on that. I was experimenting on myself, my family, friends, and some patients, and I saw a good result. So basically, I'm preparing an oil. So the base oil will be either a coconut oil or depending on the requirement of the patient. So, like if you're coming to me, I first
Yeah.
consult the patient, try to find out what kind of constitution that person is, and depending on that, I add herbs into that. So I soak them, I ferment them depending on the need, what that person is
Okay.
in need of that. And then I mix it in the oil, I cook at particular temperature, and then I give that oil to the patient. So that's what I'm
Okay.
doing with that oil. So in US, definitely I'm starting very soon because I have to
Yes.
get all that herbs from India because I used to get that herbs directly from
Yeah.
the organic farms. So the farmers used to dispatch it for me. So I'm struggling
Yeah.
with that, but that was very effective. So most of the patients whom I've given, I had not like not a get I didn't have any single negative review yet for those. So I'm trying now
Okay.
on it. So
That's
even in some
wonderful.
cases, I add some tinctures. I hope you know that tinctures is something
Yeah.
medicinal
Yes.
liquid. Yeah. So for if that person is having particular condition, like if they have some eczema in their scalp, or psoriasis
Hmm.
of the no scalp, then in that
Hmm.
condition only oil will not help. So I add few
Okay.
tinctures depending on what symptoms that person is having. And
Okay.
alopecia also, like some bald patches if they are having, and it gives result. Only thing is you have to keep little patience. You'll see the result, but it will not like it's not like a miracle, like within a 1 month you will see that change. But
Right.
definitely it will give.
That's amazing. I love the way you're talking about this on a like a personal level because so many people really feel we've been trained in our culture to feel like oh well you see it on the TV or with the movie or wherever on Instagram and then that will help you because it helps other people and it's something
Mm,
that's made very in a static way. It's one recipe, but what you're talking about and what you do for your clients is
exactly.
really prescribe and custom make things for their application for hair concerns. I mean, that's so amazing and so potent because hormones and everything is so involved in how people present
Yes,
themselves with symptoms or without. So to just like buy something that was like just made
yes,
by a
yes,
factory, it has such poor energy, right? Like what you're
yes,
talking about when is like feeding someone through their scalp herbs that
exactly.
will absorb, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
that's
the same thing, what you are using, what herbs you are using, may not suit other person. It's very obvious, right?
right,
Everybody is different. Everybody's constitution, stress level, everything is different.
right.
So better to focus
Absolutely.
on those which are helping them rather than incorporating every herbs together. So, and by doing this, definitely the result will be a little faster.
Yeah. I know. So this is why I really want to elevate your work. I feel like so many people here in this modern American culture, North American culture, they really need some training on why we have imbalances the way that we do and why we have accepted a lot of imbalances
Mm,
in our experience. And it's because we really do need and deserve that unique
Ex-
personal experience with a doctor like you, Dr. Naya. we all we deserve that. And I don't think people understand, like even going to like a modern medical doctor, you're the information that you get again is from that same paradigm of, oh, this was made for this and this can
yes,
help that, but it doesn't always work, and there are always side effects and all these things. So if you had a unique prescription like what you're talking about, especially for subtle body issues that can be reversed pretty quickly with herbs, tinctures,
yes.
lifestyle supports. It People just need to know more about this, like a lot of people
Mm,
don't know about it. And those of us who love it and know about it, we're all in. But I just
yes,
wanted to I
yes,
decided we should put this on YouTube to reach more people, quite honestly, with what you're doing. Um,
yes,
so I love it. So you're working with organic farms um, from India to incorporate into your medicines that you're creating for people. Um, Tell me more about how do you serve people right now? Are you meeting people in New York area,
yes,
New
yes.
Jersey? Where, how do you work? How do you work?
See, yeah, like obviously, I have started meeting people. I'm literally visiting many clinics, many chiropractor, many naturopath, acupuncturist. I'm literally going, knocking their door and saying that, hi, I am Naiya and I'm homeopath. I want to talk to you. Can you give me 5 minutes? I'm literally doing that right now because it's very difficult directly to communicate if they don't know me. So at least I
Yeah,
want them to know what I'm doing. Obviously, I'll meet 100, and among them, hardly three or four will be interested in talking
yeah.
with me or sitting with me or discussing me. But yeah, I'm getting that response. I'm meeting, I'm getting contacts. So that's how
Oh,
I'm
great.
in the phase of building a relationship right now. So
Yeah,
that's what. And
that's
many friends.
brilliant. Yeah, that's good. So you're networking, and that's fantastic. I'm doing that too right now. It's so fun that
Yeah.
you say that.
I'm doing
So,
I'm doing my online consultations, like whatever consultations for
okay,
patients I have in India. So that I'm still doing audio video
okay,
consultations, and I have my pharmacy in India for homeopathic medicines. So those who want to consult me, I do the video consultation. I
okay.
prescribe the medicines, and it will get delivered to their place. So that is still going
Right.
on, and I'm taking few yoga sessions also here virtually and physically
Great.
also. I have started, but not as a mass level. I'm
Perfect.
just starting it very slowly now.
Yeah, that's great. Um, that's wonderful. I love that I think that the virtual one-on-one healing is really very awesome because even the health organizations in the modern medicine taking insurance, they are doing that first too, So it's a really awesome way to help more people and to have more access to you as opposed to being in person, which I think is great. And so let me ask you, in the homeopathy, I keep calling it homeopathy, and homeopathy, in your practice, do you specialize in a certain area? Do you specialize in women's health, or, are you a generalist? Do you have a
See, in
niche? What's your,
homeopathy, we
yeah,
don't have any specialization. We are like a general physician, but it
okay,
depends on individual doctor. Like, for example, I was more into the women health. I was treating more female patients, so I started studying more about the female. So that's how I
okay,
came more towards the women health. And I love doing that.
okay,
I love helping women, no, especially the prenatal, postnatal women, because homeopathy is something very safe and we can help every woman at every phase of life, starting from puberty till menopause till old age. So I
yes,
love dealing with more women clients and helping more
okay.
women patients.
Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that. It's very much needed, especially helping women through transitions like pre and
Exactly.
postnatal experience. I love, so something I love about that is you can really help the nursing mother, the
Yes.
mama who is nursing, and maybe whatever you offer her can go through to the baby, right?
Definitely,
Like,
definitely. Because homeopathy is something, no, as I discussed, right? I'm also a prenatal, postnatal yoga coach. So if any woman is
okay,
coming to me during this phase,
yeah,
we everybody knows that that is something very delicate phase, right? We goes through many hormonal surges, emotional surges,
yes,
everything. So we can give
yes,
homeopathy medicines here, and it's very safe. Obviously, if it is given by a proper homeopathic practitioner rather than buying directly by reading on Google
yes,
search. Yeah, but that's
yes.
really
Don't
helpful.
do that. No, I'm so glad that you mentioned that because herbs are they're very powerful. I mean, you can see how powerful they are and how quickly they work, and how quickly you can see um, just sort of side effects, or not side effects, but symptoms and signs just move along. Do you, so I love it. Do you ever, now I'm asking you to generalize, do you ever have like I have a friend who's going to have a baby. Do you have any kind of like little gifts or like a product that you would share with someone? I mean, I guess if you're in person, you could do like a service of a yoga experience. But any general herbs that are helpful that you have a little bundle that
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Yeah. We have like no like lactation problem if they are having. So we
Okay.
have a medicines which will help for prenatal
Okay.
pains, no, all that vomiting. If it is excess, we can help. Postnatal
Okay.
also we have a lot of pains, no muscle problem. So there are many problems after that. We have even hormones get disturbed and they get disturbed cycles and many things happens postnatal.
Okay.
And most importantly, as we all know, right, about depression and that feeling which women undergo. Even in that case, also, there are many homeopathic medicines which will help her. And it really, really
Okay.
works one.
And then, Dr. Naya, I want to ask you a couple questions because I have studied Ayurveda, an ongoing study of Ayurveda, and I'm just wondering, um, have are you schooled in Ayurveda as well? Does it influence your homeopathy? Is there a crossover there with your lineage of learning?
See, I have learned many basics about Ayurveda because naturopathy is
Yeah,
like a baby of Ayurveda
it's
only.
like, thank
Right?
you.
So this is
Yeah,
something which helps to heal your own. It's more like it teaches us the living a life, no art of living, what we simply say, how to live your life. This is what Ayurveda teaches us. And same, it's there in the naturopathy. So definitely I've learned many things from Ayurvedic practitioners also. And yeah, I'm using many
okay,
things. Yeah, but herbs I'm not using, which is specifically used by Ayurveda practitioner because they have better
okay,
knowledge about that. The things
okay,
which are there in naturopathy I'm using, but not that
okay.
medicine of Ayurveda.
Okay, okay, gotcha. No, I appreciate that. You're very knowledgeable and also you have a lot of integrity, which I really admire. So so we just have a few minutes left here. I'm wondering if you have any initial thoughts about your new foray here in the United States. Like, you just came here 6 months ago. You're cold calling people, introducing yourself. You've come to the West Coast. Like, how are you feeling about being here and sharing your wisdom with the world in New
Yes,
Jersey? How's it
definitely.
going? How's
Yeah,
it
initially,
going?
obviously, we'll have a mixed feeling because you miss your place, which you are already been there since long, and I have my very good
Yeah,
practice there. So definitely, I miss
yeah,
that. But yeah, I'm getting in touch with many people, getting new friends. So I'm in
yeah,
adjusting phase, I would rather say.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah,
Because
few things that we are enjoying. The weather is good, no, and we love to roam. So me and my family, so we are enjoying the roaming actually right now here. That's what I can say.
okay. Oh, well, that's good. I love that.
I'm making a new friend.
I
So you are also one of them.
I I know. I love that I know you. I just love that. Yeah, I found you. I don't want to let you go because you are so knowledgeable. I was just so impressed with your background and how knowledgeable you are about homeopathy. And I wanted to just celebrate your work here on my podcast and introduce you to people who are part of my world because I know that working virtually is, it's a easy, simple way. And a lot of times
Yes.
with subtle body medicines, we can talk through signs and symptoms virtually and even see it, of course. But I just want people to contact you. So how do we find you? Because um, it's almost time to wrap up here, and I'm just wondering how would someone find you?
Yeah,
Do you have
definitely
a
they can
website?
reach.
Do you have a yeah?
Yeah, they can reach to me through my social media accounts, like on Instagram or Facebook, or they can obviously LinkedIn and my YouTube channel. So there are different ways they can definitely connect with me
Okay. Okay,
anytime. And I love
wonderful.
posting those things, whatever I'm doing it now, whether making a juice or doing something, some ritual about face, doing yoga or homeopathy.
Yeah.
So they will get an update
Okay.
what I'm doing, and they might, all these things
Oh,
might help them, especially
so
when you
you
are
are
dealing
so
with beautifying.
inspirational. Beautify. I know we love it. I love beautifying. Beautifying. I've always tried to beautify my world. I grew up in a very humble, um, you
Yeah.
know, abode, and I just feel like it's exactly what I have always hoped to do. And with your background, I know you are beautifying everyone around you with your energy and inspiration. So, what is just your Instagram? What's your Instagram handle for those
At
of us who are listening to this?
yeah, at Dr. Naiya Mukati.
Okay.
The
So, I'll
same
include
name is
all of
there.
this. Okay. So, I'll include all of these handles, your social handles, in the show notes here. And I would just love to encourage you to speak with Dr. Naya about anything that, is ailing you. And
Yeah.
it sounds like when is the hair product probably coming out? That I'm really interested in
Yes, yes,
that,
definitely.
obviously.
Because I'm trying to find out a few rules and regulations if I want to
I see.
get for few medicines, few oil, and if I want to do courier
Okay.
to the various places here in USA. So I'm still searching that is there any law or how I can go
Yeah,
about. So I'm still in that phase. But yeah, herbs definitely it's going to come very soon to my place. So I'm going to get it
it's
within this month.
wonderful.
So I will start
Okay.
this work as early as possible. And definitely I'm going to send something for you very soon.
Oh my gosh, I know. Well, I'll be in touch with you. I have some, I'll book a call with you because I have some things I have questions about for
Sure, sure,
some
sure.
people who I really love. Um, well, is there anything else that we should know about you? I think, you've been such a pleasure to talk to, and I definitely want to, stay in touch and support your work. I just believe it's important for the small businesses to partner with one another to elevate each other, and I really admire everything you're doing. So I know we'll be in touch.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for this. And yeah, definitely, if anybody needs my help, I'm there and ready to help everybody. As you say,
Okay.
beautify from within. So we can beautify
From
everybody
the
from
inside.
within.
From within, I know, and the outside. Apply
Yes, outside
all the
and
young
inside both.
gun, all of that. So you can find Dr. Naya at Dr. Naya Mukati on Instagram, YouTube, and then I'll put all the information in the show notes here. And I just want to thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so
And
much, Angela. It was pleasure talking to
thank
you.
you. Pleasure
Okay.
talking to you too. And I'll see you soon.